try a cook with me. So this is one of my favorite recipes. It is a very easy lasagna. It's one my mom always made when we were kids, and I decided I would go ahead and share it with you. We've got Brooklyn with us this weekend, and it's always her request to have, plus we're leading into Memorial Weekend, so it's a good way to kick off a 3-day weekend. I've actually kind of already started before I decided I was going to film this, and so let me catch you up with what I'm doing. Okay, so like I said, I've already started, but I've started mixing the cheese layer right here, and it's just some pre-grated mozzarella cheese and a can or a container of cottage cheese. I like small curd. I think it mixes together easier. I'm going to add more cheese. This was just the rest of a pack that I already had open. And then probably about 1.5 jars of this. I usually use the bigger jar, but they didn't have any. Kind of slim pickings right now. And then lasagna noodles. Again, slim pickings because of COVID and all the everything going on. So I have my water on to boil over there for my noodles. So as soon as it boils, I will put my noodles in there. I have my meat going here. I forgot to take it out to thaw, so I'm just kind of doing a kind of quick thaw cook all at once. So once it gets a little bit more thawed out, I will scrape it apart, chop it up, and start to season it. Okay, so as the meat continues to brown, I'm going to finish mixing up the cheese mixture here, and then we'll bring you along with the rest of it. Once the noodles are cooked and the meat is cooked and the cheese is mixed together, then we'll get it into a pan and we'll layer it, and yeah, I'll just bring you along as I go. So I'm going to continue. I've switched from my phone to my camera. From my phone to my camera because I don't have a tripod for my phone and I couldn't find a place to set it. So there is no rhyme or reason to how to add your ingredients necessarily when you're mixing them together. It's just however much you want. You know, if you watch Kim Wadsworth, The Wads, she says, it's your kitchen, you do what you want, you're gonna eat it, and you make the choices. So anyways, I just added some more cheese to what I already had in here, and that looks about right to me, so I'm just gonna leave that. Get this cheese put back in the fridge. But my water's boiling, so I'm gonna add my lasagna noodles. I should need about 12 or so, maybe half this box. And I'm gonna break them in half just because my pot's not very big. I have a bigger pot, but oh well. Not that many more, I'm just going to put them all. Stopping point right now. I'm just gonna kind of let these noodles boil, let this meat finish up. Actually, when I get to the next step of the meat, I will film it again with that. And in the meantime, I'm gonna start preheating my oven to 350 degrees, and I'm gonna get out my casserole dish. All right, I think this meat is ready to start seasoning and getting ready for the next step. So yeah. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and chop up this meat and get it nice and small pieces, which it will further break down. I don't know, that kind of sounds gross, but whenever you put the sauce in there and let it simmer, it'll almost be like a bolognese sauce, so like a meaty tomato sauce. Anyway, it doesn't have to be super seasoned because you're gonna put the tomato sauce in there and it's already seasoned because it's pre-packaged sauce. Obviously, if you make your own sauce, you do you. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in here because now all the liquid that I had put in there to cook down for it being frozen has cooked off. So I'm gonna put just a couple tablespoons of olive oil. I just got this at our local, I probably should have tried it before, our local Harps store, which is just a chain grocery store by us, like a family-owned store. And the bottle was so cool, and it was like cheap, so hopefully cheap doesn't mean gross. Oh, it smells good. It smells real good. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of garlic powder. Oh, I need to turn my heat down a little bit. I had my heat pretty high when I was thawing the meat, cooking and thawing the meat at the same time. Now I need to turn it down to medium, low-ish. Yeah. So just salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. I have some minced garlic, and sometimes I put in onion. I'm tired, I'm hot. It's already 6:30 and this has to go in the oven for almost an hour. I'm not gonna dice an onion and put in here, so. Okay. Again, you can use any sauce that you want. I really, really enjoy this. Our whole family does. Prego roasted garlic and herb. But any sauce, and if you make your own sauce, use that, of course. Yeah, you just need a good portion of meat sauce. And this is ground venison. We're hunters, and that's the meat we have. We never buy ground beef. Sorry, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Just because we have so much venison, we don't need to spend the money to buy it. Every once in a while, if I'm making a meal for somebody else, not our family, not our church family, of course I'll buy ground beef because not everyone likes venison, but those noodles are almost done. We're gonna let that simmer, let the noodles finish and soften, and then we will construct this and get it in the oven. All right, everything is ready to assemble. I have the meat sauce. The noodles are done. I have drained them and put some cold water in them just so I can stick my hand in there. There's no other reason other than that it still was super hot. Never mind, let me drain some more water off of there. Okay, that'll help. Some people wash the starch off their noodles. Some people leave them, whatever, you know. What do? Do you wash the starch off your noodles? I don't know what I do. I just, when I make spaghetti, I just add my sauce and go on. But with lasagna, I always tend to wash it just because I need to make it immediately. So it's super hot. Okay, I'm gonna change the camera so you can just see what I'm doing. We're gonna layer meat, noodle, cheese, meat, noodle, cheese, meat, noodle, cheese, as long as we have meat, noodle, and cheese. And that's the progression we're gonna end up with meat and cheese on top. Never end with your noodles on top, or your noodles will be super crispy, crunchy, and inedible. So when you're layering and you get to the end, that half a jar of sauce, add that to the top, some kind of berry or something. I had extra mozzarella cheese. I'll sprinkle some of that on top. So we will see what I end up with. But here we go, let's layer it. I do have a recipe for it, but I wasn't following it. Here's the recipe. It's funny, it won't open straight to it, but I don't know if we can get that. Sorry, it's really gross because I use this page a lot. There are a lot of recipes on this page that I use, and it's kind of gross. But anyway, let's start layering. I already got a spatula out, or whatever this thing's called, ladle. So you put a pretty good layer in the bottom just to get you started. Break that meat down a little more. I like using this dish. This is a Pampered Chef stoneware, 9x13. I like using it because it's really deep. It's deeper than a regular 9x13. And so I can really layer a lot in here. like a lot of noodles, put extra noodles. If you like more cheese, mix up more cheese mixture than this. I wish I would have done more cheese mixture than this, but I've got that whole other bag. It may not have cottage cheese in it through all, but it'll be delicious nonetheless. So. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just gonna be good. We are going to go in the oven for about 45 minutes. I recommend that if you are going to use a normal like glass 9x13, if you're going to do that many layers, put a cookie sheet underneath it, because once it starts cooking, those sauces and cheeses are going to start bubbling and it's going to make a mess in your oven. So put a 9x13 underneath it. I'm sorry, a cookie sheet underneath it, and it'll catch all of that. But this one's nice and deep, so it doesn't typically boil over. So that's that. Now we wait for it to come out of the oven, so I'll bring you back then. All right, so here it is for the focus, our finished lasagna. I'll cut a piece and show you the cross section. And I just heated up some green beans and some garlic bread to go with it. All right, there you have it. There's our finished product lasagna. I hope you make this recipe. I hope you enjoy it. If you try it, make sure to leave me a comment. Like I said, it's one of our favorites for sure, and I really am excited to share it with you guys. So if you like this kind of video, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up for sure. Subscribe. Like I said, I will do some more of our favorite recipes. I asked my husband video ideas, some things that I should do, and he said cooking videos. So he definitely enjoys my cooking. My kids do. I enjoy my own cooking, and I enjoy cooking. So maybe something that I add to my channel more frequently. So if you guys enjoy it, please let me know. And until next time, I'll see you next time. Bye.